Hello guys, and welcome to my channel if you're new here, and if you're not, welcome back and thank you for being here again. So today's video is going to be about summer camps and my experience working there and being a counselor.
I think I saw your face in the moon. I promise I'll be with you as soon as I find a way up.
I've been a summer camp counselor from June to August of 2018 and 2019. My camp was 1 hour and 30 minutes away from my head-on by train, so I was really close to the city, and I have to say that I truly loved it, and it is my home away from home. So first of all, I'm going to start explaining how to apply, the process, the company that I did it with, how to choose a camp, what types of camp you have, how much you get paid, and last but not least, my own experience working there for 2 summers. So let's start the video. So first, if you want to apply to work in a summer camp, it depends on your nationality. So if you're American, you have to apply directly through their web page. But for example, I know that if you're from Spain, you have AmeriCamp, or if you're British or another nationality, you have Camp America, CCUSA, and I think there are many others. So the company that I did it with, it's called AmeriCamp, and there are a few requirements. So you have to be 18 before June of the year that you're gonna leave. You have to be available for 8 to 10 weeks, as most camps are that long. And something very important is that there's no need to have a certificate of English, but you have to be able to talk in English and just have a normal conversation with someone. If we go to the process, that is quite long, I will say, but it's so worth it. First of all, you have to register and you do a first payment of 49 euros, if I'm not wrong. They make you an interview of why you want to do this, and they help you to fill a form about your personal information, I don't know, just your hobbies, what you're good at, everything that camps need to know to hire you. Then you make a second payment of 100 euros, and they say the application to a network where all camps from the United States can enter to your profile and see if they like you. And then after that, it's just time to wait until a camp contacts you. So one day you're gonna receive an email from a camp saying that they're interested in you. Normally they say the position that they want you to work in, so you do a few interviews with them and you see if you're hired or not. Also, if you're not hired with that first camp that contacts you, it is totally fine because you're still in the network, so another camp can contact you after that. So after a camp says, okay, you're hired, you have to make the third payment of 200 euros when you have the confirmation of the camp that you're hired. So like that, the company can start preparing all the papers and documents that you're gonna need. After that, you just have to go to the embassy to get your visa, which you need a special visa to work to the United States. You need the visa J1, and after you have it, just book your flights and you're ready to go. You need to pay for your own flights, but I have to say that depending on the company that you're doing it with, they pay for your flights, but then you get paid less. How to choose camp. When you enter to this network, all camps can look at your profile. So they see what you're good at, the way that you are, everything based on what you have written in there. They are the ones that decide to contact you. You cannot say, okay, I want to work in that camp, I want you to contact me. That is just impossible. They are the ones that contact you. Types of camps. There are a lot of different types of camps, but first of all, there are camps only for girls, only for boys, or co-ed, which are boys and girls together. After that, you have to choose between 7 camps. So the first camp it is special needs camp. After you have the traditional one, camps are dedicated to a specific activity, so theater, music, just basketball, gymnastics. Then you have underprivileged camps, which are with kids with limited economic resources, daily camps, scouts, which I think they are so fun, and last but not least, religious camps. About the positions in a camp. You can be a general counselor, which are with the kids all the time, actually 24/7, you sleep in the same cabin as them, or you can be a specialist, you can be a lifeguard, a soccer specialist, gymnastics specialist, basketball specialist, arts and crafts specialist. There's everything in the camps. But the ages, normally all camps go from 6 to 8 years old the minimum, and then maximum 16 or 17. About the staff, I believe all camps have Americans, but then they have a huge international staff from around the world. That's what happened to me at least. And of course we do have days off. It depends on the camp. You have 1 day off or 2. For how much you get paid, it depends on your age. So if you're under 21, the minimum wage is 1,600 euros. And if you're over 21, the minimum wage is 1,750 euros, I believe. Now we're gonna go for my own experience. Loved it. I loved it so much. Also, that depends on every camp. So in my case, I filled out the form and everything, and it took me 3 weeks until a camp contacted me. So I did an interview, and well, the person that was interviewing me, he said to me, okay, we really like you, but there are other 5 people that I need to interview today, and all of you are competing for the same position. So my face was like, oh, okay, like I don't think I'm gonna get it. But then 2 days after, the camp director contacted me, and he said, look, we really liked you. You will fit perfectly in our camps. I really want to talk to you, get to know you, and let's see if you like us, everything. So I did the interview with them. I loved them. They were so kind, and I just saw that that camp was made for me. It was not a difficult decision for me actually to accept it. I have to say that for the interviews, just be yourself. For real, be yourself, because in my case, they were saying, okay, will you do anything for the kids? And I was like, hell yeah. Like, even if I need to lay down on the floor to do whatever game we have to do, I have no problem. I just want to go there and have fun, be myself, get to know everyone very well. So, yep. And I was finally hired. I was so happy. My camp was a co-ed camp, so there were boys and girls together, and it was a religious camp. It was Jewish, and about that I was so scared because I am not Jewish, so I didn't know if I would fit well once I was there. But then I realized in these 2 years that we don't do almost anything that is religious. So if you were there and you didn't know it was religious, you wouldn't be noticing. So my position was a general counselor, and the ages in my camp were from 6 to 16 years old. And the kids that I had, the first year I had girls of 13 years old, and the second year, 11-year-old girls. I loved all of them so much. What I got paid in my camp, the first year I got the minimum wage, but the second year it increased a lot. Also, it depends if they really like the way that you work, how you're with the kids, everything. So based on that, they're gonna raise your wage a lot of not. In all camps, you have to get there before the kids arrive. My own experience getting there before camp, it was really good actually. So we had to be there 2 weeks before to get to know camp, the property, to get to know the other staff that were coming, which they are all amazing. So in terms of staff, we had a lot of Americans, but then a lot of international people. So we have people from Spain, of course. We had British, from Ireland, from Israel, Italy, Germany, New Zealand, Mexico, Australia. As you can see, there are a lot of people coming from everywhere, all over the world, and it's crazy because you're so close to them that they are your friends for forever. So you can say you have friends all over the world, and that just, I think it's crazy. But my days off, in my case, we had 1 day off per week, and at the beginning of camp, before the kids arrive, you can ask for your preference. So on my first year I got Fridays, and the second year I got Wednesdays. But the only thing is that the first week of camp and the last week of camp, you do not have a day off, because the first one they want you to get to know the kids very well, and the last week, trust me when I say that you don't want a day off, because you want to spend the whole time with the kids and just, yeah, spend the last time with them. What about the food? Was it good? Like, did you eat well in there? Well, let's be honest, it is food for kids. So yeah, you do have french fries, hamburgers, hot dogs, pizza, everything. And even for breakfast, you have waffles, pancakes, French toast, cereals, everything that you're wanting, there it is. But something real good about camps is that if you're vegan or you need a special diet, like you're gluten-free or something, you can ask for it and they're gonna give you the special food for you. And now let's go for how was my day like. I have to say that it was a very long day, but so worth it at the end. At 7:45 a.m. you heard the trumpet, so you had to wake up, and at 8:15 in the morning you had to be outside the cabins, which are called bunks. So we had to be outside the bunks, either with our pajamas or just dressed up. It didn't matter at all. So we had to line up, and then we went to the flagpole. The flag was just where we had the American flag in there and the camp flags. All camp went around the flagpole. We did a circle. We announced special events that we had, birthdays, and also every bunk had a number. So if your bunk was number 12, and then it was day 12 of the month, you had to go there in the middle of everyone and sing a song about your bunk, and it was so funny. So at 8:30 it was time for breakfast. From 9 to 9:30 we went back to the bunks, and it was time to clean them up and get ready for the day. So the girls had to clean everything and just prepare for the activities that we had in the morning. From 9:30 to 12:45 we had 3 different activities in a row. So we probably had lake first, then gymnastics, and after that basketball. We went to lunch at 12:45 until 1:30. We started the best moment of the day, rest out. We were all taking naps and just resting because we were already so tired. After that, from 2 to 4, we were doing 2 more activities, which they could be soccer and arts and crafts, for example. We also had ropes and archery, dance. After that, we had a little break with a snack. Then we did a 1 hour swim. It was mandatory every day. Really good because in New York it is so hot during summer. So just after a swim at 5, we had shower from 5 to 6, and then at 6 we had to be ready to go to dinner. And after that, the kids had an hour of free play, which they could go everywhere around camp to hang out with other kids. It didn't matter if there were boys or girls because they are normally separated, either sleeping or doing activities during the day. So at that time of the day they could be together and just hang out. Once they were done with that, we were doing every single night a night activity. They had to be different every time. So we had movies in front of the lake where like little lights hanging on the trees, so cute and so fun. We had different games with chairs. Some nights we did water polo. At 9 we were back in the bunks to get ready for bed, just hang out in there. And at 10 we turned up the lights. Something very special about my camp was that we did different celebrations. So for July 4th, we all got dressed up and celebrated. We did dances, I don't know, just like hot dog competitions. We do Halloween. We also do Olympics, which you divide the whole camp into 2 teams, which are normally 2 countries. And over 5 days you have a lot of competitions and everything. It is so fun to do. And the girls, well, everyone just loves it so much. Just thinking about camp, and it just reminds me of a lot of good things, great moments, great people. Every day was such a long day, but so worth it. It was so worth it to get to spend every single time with them. So definitely camp is my home away from home, and I'm so grateful for having the opportunity to go there and meet amazing people, and the most important, meet amazing girls and being their counselor. If you can, go and have this experience because it is so worth it. Let me know if you have more questions about camp down below, and like these I can answer them to you. And I hope you really like this video, and of course I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.
These days, it's not easy.